afternoon, everybody. Welcome to race number 11 of the Oreo Truck Series. We finished off what has been an exciting all-star race weekend with the shootout races at Trenton and the all-star races at Zen Joltis. And now we are prepared to get the regular season underway once again to continue on for the championship run. We are on race number 11, and now that means that we are into the second half of the season, which means that you're going to see drivers that are outside the top 12, or really that seem to be mathematically out of championship contention. They're going to be really trying to find their way, scratching and clawing up to get wins here in this second half of the season. Why? Because, remember, the top 10 get into the standings, but the 11 and 12 spots are filled with the drivers that have the most wins in this season. Also, we're going to be, I'm just announcing this. I'll be announcing it over in the Snickers Cup Series race here at Lowe's as well. But there's going to be 12 drivers that are going to be in the chase for the Oreo Truck Series Championship. 12 drivers who are going to be in the chase for the Mobile Cup Series Championship. But due to a big mistake on my part, and I do apologize, Jacob Cook and Ray Wilson both transferred their way into the All-Star race after finishing first and second in the Snickers Shootout. And Jack Nathan made his way into the All-Star race by winning the Pearl Harbor Elimination Race. Unfortunately, I was stupid enough that I did not put them in the field for the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race. So therefore, all three of them are going to be in the Snickers Cup Series chase for the championship, which means that we would originally have 10, now there would be 13, and then spots 14 and 15 will be made up of the two drivers that get the most wins this season. So that's how it's going to be. So a big mistake on my part, but I guess it's something that I had to make amends for. So Ray Wilson, Jacob Cook, and Jack Nathan, regardless of where they are in the standings, when this season is over, they will be in the chase for the Snickers Cup Series Championship. It'll be the first time in Snickers Cup Series history that we are going to have a 15-driver chase for the championship. Alright, so we are at Lowe's here tonight for 40 laps of racing. Matthew Rodriguez holds the pole. Let's go through the field, show you who's going to start off where. Bob Fergus, rookie, going to start on the outside of row 1. Sean Galligan going to line up alongside of Harold Columbia. Timmy Pacioli going to line up beside of Adam Chambers. Our points leader is Timmy Pacioli, running iron 5th. James Bald, guy who took the All-Star race win in the Oreo Truck Series. He'll line up there to the inside of Alex Lozano. Jack Richards lining up alongside of Nick Eggleston. Jake Rogers beside Jordan Hester. Daniel Schwab alongside Lisa Shears. Ziggy Bain alongside Jacob Lawler. Anthony McCurry with Jesse Kaplan. Ray Wilson will line up alongside Jake Cole, Robert Cruz beside Angel D'Souza, Michael Harvey alongside Jared Crocius, John Worry beside Matt Nathan, then it's Jacob Rodriguez alongside of Christian James, John Dillon beside Jake Berg, Arnold Columbia will line up alongside of Christian Worry, Tom Weekly beside of Adrian Brace, Robert Banner, defending champion, alongside Noel Stiller, James McLeod beside Brian Gonzalez, Philip Stiller will line up alongside Corey Williams. Dougie Shears will line up beside of Kenny McCurry. McCurry going to be starting off in the 42nd position. A lot of drivers failed to make this race, and that's the way it is pretty much because we've got just so many drivers here in each series. But nonetheless, it's going to be 40 laps of racing here tonight under the lights at Lowe's, and we are really looking forward to getting back into the swing of the NNSCRA. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we're waiting for these cars to get the command to fire up their engines, and then we would be underway. There we go. The command to fire engines has been given. They will roll off, and we will prepare for this event here at Lowe's. Just want to let everybody know that the NNSCRA Sports Channel is exclusively got its news and results over on www.nnscra.yolasite.com. And as a matter of fact, I'm using it myself right now to help commentate this race. Matthew Rodriguez, he's been to victory lane, and he's going to lead him down to the green flag. Here at Lowe's, green flag is out. Rodriguez took the win at Texas earlier this season. And he's going to pull ahead of everybody here. Rodriguez is 10th in the standings. He's been on a bit of a skid. He was up there in the top 5 in the standings. He's now down to 10th, and so he's got to get going again to try and make sure that in this second half of the season he's going to be able to transfer his way into the chase for the Oreo Truck Series Championship with being in the top 10 in the standings rather than having to pick up wins. However, if he did pick up wins here, he would be in good company because he would be the only driver that I could think of, with the exception of Timmy Pacioli, our current points leader, who has gone to victory lane twice this season. They're 3 wide back there. Now they settle back to double wide there as Timmy Pacioli is going to go to the inside of Adam Chambers for second. Chambers now going to slide ahead, and he will keep the second position. Will Adam Chambers. Chambers is 6th in the standings. So you got 3 drivers here who win the top 10 in the standings. Rodriguez, Chambers, and Pacioli. Chambers puts a move to the inside, gets a run, but Rodriguez tries to battle back on the high side. James Bald there in 4th. He also is in the top 10 in the standings. Currently, Bald is 7th right now. And here comes Jack Richards in that 6 car. Jack Richards, he is not in the top 10 standings. Matter of fact, he's one of those drivers that's one of those go-or-go homers. And currently, as James Bald tries to take the top spot here, and will do so, Jack Richards sits way down in the 44th position. However, a win, 44th position, if he got a win here today, he'd be able to try and get a second one and maybe transfer his way in. That's the thing about the chase. You could be mired way down in the standings, and all of a sudden, you could pick up some wins, and boom, just like that, you're in the chase because you've won races. Because regardless of where you are in the standings, you can end up getting into the chase if you win a lot of races. And here's Jack Richards trying to do just that, as he's going to go down to the inside line with help from Jake Rogers in the 91, and he's going to go to the front. Jake Rogers in that number 91. And the 91 of Jake Rogers, he is currently, I'm trying to find him here in the standings. Jake Rogers is in 5th. Jack Richards and Jake Rogers, both rookies this season, as they kind of pull away from the rest of the field here. Adam Chambers back there, he's been to victory lane. Harold Columbia back there in 4th, he's been to victory lane. Now Jake Rogers going to slide by Jack Richards, that's for the lead, and the lead now goes to the 91, but maybe not for long. Look at Adam Chambers with the run he got right there. Chambers going to go to the front now. Adam Chambers at the line. He will lead lap number 8. Chambers, he went to victory lane at Infineon earlier this season. Harold Columbia right behind him. 1 week before Chambers went at Infineon, won at Talladega, and now he's going to the inside line. And Harold Columbia, he's got a win under his belt, but he's not doing quite as well in the standings as he would like. Harold Columbia mired down in 26th in the standings, and there you got Anthony McCurry directly behind him. McCurry is winless, and he's 15th in the standings. And we're going to be talking about these drivers that are in the standings quite a bit, where they are, because it's very key with the fact that we're in the second half of the season to see just exactly what kind of scenarios these guys have to overcome in order to make the chase for the Oreo Truck Series Championship. Well, we're still clean and green. This is pretty nice. A nice little green flag run to start off this race. Anthony McCurry now going to go back, or going to take the lead. He's not been to the front yet this night, but he is now. Matthew Rodriguez, who started on the pole, still very much there. He is in 2nd. Seeing a few more drivers up here in the top 5 that we haven't talked about. Michael Harvey, our Daytona winner. And also I'm seeing John Worry in the 66, or make that in the 62. Suddenly showing himself up in this field. John Worry is 36th in the standings. He's one of the first go-or-go-homers. But he's having a good run here today, and that could keep him solidly in the top 35 if he could pick up a good run. Michael Harvey there, on the other hand. Harvey is in the standings 23rd, and he's won at Daytona. First race of this season. He ended up having 3 wins in the Oreo Truck Series last year, and that time he did get Matthew Rodriguez at the line. Timmy Pacioli, our points leader, coming back up that inside line there in that Monaco Chevrolet, and he's bringing along some company in the form of Jacob Rodriguez, and it looks like also Jack Richards. Phone's ringing. I got to step aside and get it. We're on lap 12 of 40. We'll be right back. I do apologize for that, but when the phone rings, I got to answer it. Anyway, Timmy Pacioli is the leader now. Jacob Rodriguez slides by Michael Harvey for second, and here comes John Dillon and Arnold Columbia. Haven't talked about them at all today, and we're also about to get a little bit of a greeting from our All-Star Race winner, James Balt. No, I'm seeing things here. No, that's Adrian Bryson, the 12. I thought it was the 29 of James Bald, but Bald apparently has slipped back through the field just a wee little bit. Actually, more than a wee little bit. He's back around the 20th position. Anyway, it is Timmy Pacioli and Jacob Rodriguez running in 1 and 2. Jacob Rodriguez actually would love to be able to pick up a win here because Jacob is currently in the standings in the 30th position. So a win could really help him out. And here comes John Dillon as now Jacob Rodriguez puts the move to the inside of points leader Timmy Pacioli. John Dillon, he's another driver who, like Matthew Rodriguez, was doing really, really well and all of a sudden just hit a bit of a cold streak as he now will go to the front. He has slid down to the 9th position in the standings, and a good finish here today could get him back up in the top 10, but he needs that good run here today in order to have that happen. Dillon's been just behind the 8 ball a little bit in the last few races here in the Oreo Truck Series, so he's trying to stop that jinx and stop that skid, and meanwhile, he's now got his hands full with Arnold Columbia, who's going to come down to the inside line. Arnold Columbia, this guy's doing a fairly good job in that number 84 car. He's 16th in the standings. He's not mathematically out of getting into the chase. So if he could pick up a win here today or even finish well, if somebody ran into trouble, which right now we are almost to halfway and nobody has retired from this race because we've not had the caution come out, but Columbia, things could play out into his hands where if he got consistent enough finishes, Columbia could be in the chase for the Oreo Truck Series Championship in that number 84. And the guy that's trying to go back-to-back for championships, running right there in second. Third in the standings, Robert Band, who took the championship last season. He has been very consistent this season, and the thing of it is, really, he's been the only defending champion that really has had something to say about defending his championship at all this season in Season 2. Matthew Rodriguez has not done quite so well as he did last season in the Mobile One Cup Series, and Dougie Shears, right now, who is the defending champion in the Snickers Cup Series, in that series, right now, he's just trying to stay in the top 35. So, right now, Robert Band seems to be the only driver that would be a competitor to try and win 2 championships in a row, and that would come here in the Oreo Truck Series. There's Tom Weekly in the 97. Weekly, 25th in the standings, and he is devoting his entire career this season to that number 97. So, right now, they're going to try and get this second half of the season underway on a high note as he runs there in the second position. I'm also seeing back there the number 21 of Matt Nathan, guy who won the Oreo Open, that got himself into his first ever career Oreo Truck Series All-Star race there in the number 21. And now we're going to have another swap for the lead. We've had a lot of leads changes here tonight. As we are halfway, Tom Weekly going to go down the inside line, and he'll bypass defending champion Robert Band for the top spot, and he gets him at the line. Now, is this race going to end under green? Is it going to end under caution? Are we even going to have a caution? These guys, they're racing hard, obviously, because we've had lead changes galore, but they have not wrecked each other. They've been racing it nice and clean, and I actually like that because it brings out more action, and it gives drivers a better chance to be able to pick up a win here rather than running under the caution constantly and having the leader constantly pick up the lead just because the caution comes out the lap after they take the restart. There's a few more drivers I'm seeing coming up through the field here. Noel Stiller in the 02 and Kenny McCurry in the 04 just ahead of him. Oh, there's a car spinning back there. It was John Dillon. John Dillon spins back there in the middle of the pack, and the caution will wave. Just when I was saying there was no caution, I think I jinxed this race. Tom Weekly leads, but oh, look at this mess of cars. Sean Galligan, Lisa Shears, Jack Richards, Philip Stiller, Brandon Gonzalez involved there. James Bald, Philip Stiller. Stiller is second in the standings. Oh my. Jack Richards, I said, Galligan. Bald, who is seventh in the standings. There's Jacob Rodriguez, Robert Cruz, Daniel Schwab, Jack Richards, Bob Fergus. There's Brandon Gonzalez. Jake Cole may have gotten some of it as well, and I do believe the 24 of John Dillon was involved as well. Let's see what happened. Actually, there were two wrecks that occurred. This one coming off of turn 2. Adrian Brace just gets into John Dillon. Turns him around, and oh, Jacob Rodriguez did a good job missing that 24, and 24 just goes into a solo car spin. He does, I do believe, get a piece of the inside wall right there. More with the rear of his truck than anything. But he continues on, but the wreck occurs up here further. Let's see if we can find out what started this wreck in turn 3. Alright, so John Dillon spins in front of Jacob Rodriguez right there. And now Rodriguez comes back up the racetrack right into Jared Crocious, gets into Daniel Schwab. Look at Schwab! Daniel Schwab spinning upside down and on his roof. This is Lowe's, for Pete's sakes. This isn't a restrictibly track. And Jacob Rodriguez flips onto his roof as well. Well, Robert Cruz goes sliding down to the inside. Look at Timmy Pacioli, our points leader. Gotta make it, gotta make it, gotta make it. And he does make it to the inside. Ooh. Jared Crocious does get a piece of this right here. You can see the 32. I think that was Corey Williams back there that maybe got some of this as well. Anthony McCurry slides into it. Robert Cruz does. That's the 34 of Jacob Lawler. Jack Richards. Wow, look at this. The 51 and the 8 flipping. There's Bob Fergus, James Bald, Philip Stiller. Lisa Shears in there. Brandon Gonzalez. Sean Galligan in the 77 there. And maybe 5 to 10 other drivers may have gotten some contact from that, but we just can't see it visibly. But we're under the caution. Look at the 8 of Daniel Schwab upside down. And Jacob Rodriguez there as well. They were flipping here at Lowe's. Alright, so we'll go back under green on lap 27 of 40, which means a total of 14 to go. Drivers out as a result of this race will be, or as a result of this wreck, will be, it looks like Jared Crocious has retired along with Daniel Schwab, Bob Fergus, Jacob Rodriguez, and Robert Cruz. Several drivers are one lap down there. Sean Galligan, Jack Richards, and Philip Stiller. Jacob Lawler, I believe, is also one lap down. So they will have to contend with lap traffic here at Lowe's. 3 cars down there, 1 lap down. Let's go through the field, show you who's running where. Tom Weekly leads the way. Matt Nathan there in second. Harold Columbia is third. Kenny McCurry in fourth, and Noel Stiller is fifth. Sixth is Robert Band. John Worry seventh. Alex Lozano eighth. Dougie Shears in ninth, and Matthew Rodriguez in 10th. 11th is Adam Chambers. Arnold Columbia 12th. Michael Harvey 13th. 14th is Adrian Brace. Christian James is 15th. Our points leader, Timmy Pacioli, made it through that wreck. He's running in 16th. 17th is Jordan Hester. Jake Berg in 18th. 19th is James McLeod. And in 20th is Kristen Worry. Ziggy Bain 21st, 22nd Nick Eggleston, Ray Wilson in 23rd, John Dillon 24th, 25th Jesse Kaplan, 26th is Jake Rogers, Angel D'Souza 27th, Anthony McCurry in 28th, Jake Cole in 29th, 30th is Brandon Gonzalez, 31st is Lisa Shears, James Bald 32nd, and Corey Williams is 33rd, 34th, 35th, and 36th, 1 lap down, are Sean Galligan, Jack Richards, and Philip Stiller. Green flag back out. Tom Weekly leads the way here. This is a big hit for Philip Stiller, who comes in only a mere 10 points behind Timmy Pacioli in the standings. And tough break for him as he's going to finish at least 1 lap down as he's slid through the field all of a sudden. And now Matt Nathan is the leader as they ganged up on Tom Weekly. Here comes Harold Columbia, though. He'll try to get a run to the inside. And it looks like he will do so. If Columbia could pick up a second win here today, that would really help him as far as championship contention for the championship in the Oreo Truck Series. Caution's out once again. They'll come off turn 4 with Harold Columbia leading the way over Kenny McCurry, Matt Nathan, and Alex Lozano. Let's see who's involved. John Dillon again. Nick Eggleston, Brandon Gonzalez, James Bald. Those are the drivers involved. Ziggy Bain looks like he's got some damage as well. Let's see what happened. Dillon, man, he just can't seem to catch a break lately. Right, John Dillon running here at the back. Look at right there, Timmy Pacioli kind of blocking Brandon Gonzalez. Not certain what was up with that. He almost forced him onto the apron up ahead there. And you can see James Bald, he gets into Jordan Hester in the 28 right there. And right there, you got Angel D'Souza getting into Nick Eggleston and John Dillon. Anthony McCurry and Lisa Shears get a piece of that as well. Jake Berg up, or make that Jesse Kaplan up ahead. He's involved in it. Looked like maybe 3 or 4 separate wrecks occurring all at the same time in the same general area. But doesn't look like anybody really damaged as a result of it, though. Alright, so we're going to go back under green on lap 33 of 40, which means we'll have a total of 8 laps to go. This is the way they run, is we have less than 10 laps to go, which means that there will be a single file restart here for the finish of this race. Harold Columbia leads. Kenny McCurry there in second. Matt Nathan third. Alex Lozano fourth. Robert Band there in fifth. And just to let you know, Kenny McCurry's running in the second position. Started in dead last. Dougie Shears runs in sixth. Seventh is Matthew Rodriguez. Tom Weekly there in eighth. Ninth is Noel Stiller. Good run for him. And John Worry, he's up to 10th. Adam Chambers is 11th. 12th is Arnold Columbia. 13th right now is Adrian Brace. Michael Harvey 14th. And 15th is Christian James. 16th is James McLeod. Jake Berg in 17th. 18th, Kristen Worry. Ray Wilson is in 19th, and Jake Rogers runs in 20th. In 21st is Jake Cole. 22nd, Philip Stiller. Jack Richards runs in Jack Richards actually and Philip Stiller are 1 lap down. Sorry about that. 22nd is Corey Williams. In 23rd is Jordan Hester. 24th, Lisa Shears. 25th is Timmy Pacioli. Right now, he and Robert Band are going to be awfully close in the standings if they finish like this. Ziggy Bain is 26th, 27th, Anthony McCurry, Jesse Kaplan 28th, James Bald 29th, Nick Eggleston 30th, 31st is Angel D'Souza, and 32nd right now is John Dillon. We'll get ready to go back under green flag racing. Now, Robert Band, he's running right now in the top 10. See if I can find out just exactly where he is running. I think he's 5th. Timmy Pacioli's back in the 25th position, which means that Robert Band would be 20 positions ahead. And mathematically, that would put Robert Band 2 points ahead of Timmy Pacioli in the standings if that's the way they were to finish. So Timmy Pacioli would actually lose the points lead here if he does not get a good run and get up through the field here in these closing stages. Kenny McCurry, now the new leader in that 04. McCurry, as I mentioned, started in dead last, and now he's worked his way all the way through the field, and he's running in the lead at this moment. Alex Lozano, Dougie Shears, they're there as well, along with Harold Columbia. Look at Dougie Shears, he's going to go 3 wide. He moves Lozano into the middle for second. Wow. What a move by Dougie Shears. Kenny McCurry, though, he's got a pretty sizable lead over the rest of this field now. About 3 car lengths, and at this kind of a track, as opposed to a strict plate track, you want as big a gap as you can get. Dougie Shears now firmly in control of second. Tom Weekly there in third. Battle on for fourth between Alex Lozano up high and John Worry down low. And we now have a total of 5 laps to go as Kenny McCurry hits the stripe. McCurry be looking for his first Truck Series win this season. Dougie Shears, though, he wants to make sure that doesn't happen. He wants to pick up his win. First win of the Truck Series of this season. But now he's going to get a challenge from Tom Weekly down low. Can Kenny McCurry put a block? He will indeed. And now the battle is on for second. Tom Weekly underneath Dougie Shears. Off turn 4, they hit the stripe. It's going to be a total of 4 laps to go now for Kenny McCurry. But he's got plenty of company back there coming up through this field. Arnold Columbia, Adam Chambers, John Worry. We've seen them at the front already tonight, but they're there once again. Kenny McCurry, though, driving the 04 that his older brother drove last season. And this season, he's driving it, and as I mentioned, Kenny McCurry currently in 22nd in the standings. Here's Tom Weekly to the inside. Challenge is on for the lead. Oh, and there's a slower car ahead. That's Sean Galligan. Look out, guys! Oh, he holds up Weekly. And Kenny McCurry is by. John Worry now slides into second. Arnold Columbia into third. James McLeod into fourth. And Michael Harvey into fifth. Tom Weekly is just stuck there, along with Adam Chambers and others, on that high side, behind that slower car of Sean Galligan. Look at this. Robert Bann, Dougie Shears. Robert Bann's way back there. That's going to help Timmy Pacioli. Where's Pacioli? Is he coming? Oh my goodness, he's way back here in 28th. He's off the pace too. I don't know why, but everybody just trying to make their way around that slower race car right there of Sean Galligan. Lozano has now gotten by. Ray Wilson now goes by. Tom Weekly tried to make a space there. Now he will. He'll now follow behind defending champion Robert Bann. Adam Chambers now going to get by, but they have slid a long ways back. They're back now in around the 20th position. Back up to the front, though. It's Kenny McCurry leading. He's got company, though. Off turn 4 for the final time. Doesn't matter. Kenny McCurry's going to pick up his first career win. Checkered flag waves. And this race is over with Kenny McCurry going to victory lane. Arnold Columbia there in second. And James McLeod. Good run for him. McLeod's 40th in the standings outside the top 35. Finishes a respectable third place. That could get him into the top 35 in standings. And Adrian Brace, I think, finished in 5th. He's 35th in the standings. He'll get himself into the top 35 in the standings for sure as well. But Kenny McCurry goes victory lane for the first time this season in the Oreo Truck Series. Let's take a look now at the finishing order. Right then, so here's the way that they're going to finish off this race. Kenny McCurry with the win. Second place is going to go to Arnold Columbia. James McLeod there in third. Michael Harvey fourth. And John Worry in fifth. A lot of these drivers really needed runs like this. Adrian Brace, Jake Berg, Kristen Worry, Matthew Rodriguez, and Jake Cole. That's the rest of the top 10. Look at these drivers down here that needed some good runs. Didn't get them. Brandon Gonzalez, Jacob Lawler, Jared Croces, Daniel Schwab, Bob Burgess, Jacob Rodriguez, and Robert Cruz. They're finished out of the race. Alright, here come the standings. We're going to finish off the race weekend at Lowe's with the Mobil 1 Cup Series cars and the Stickers Cup Series cars. You're watching the NNSCRA Sports Channel.